Yo, what's goody, y'all? This is the moment y'all been waiting for. It's your boy Remo. And you've guessed it. I'm back with another video. Yeah, it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. It's a beautiful day today. A beautiful spring day. Spring is in the air, y'all. Spring is springing. Almost time to set the clocks forward. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I'm back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about this tenant that I had that looked just like Simone Biles. This chick had to be like 4'10" on a good day. 4'10", maybe 95 pounds. I don't know, but this was a cute chick. She looked just like Simone Biles. She wasn't as thick as Simone Biles, but she was finer than, well, see, this chick wore makeup. She had purple hair, and Simone Biles don't really wear makeup like that. But Simone Biles is fine. Shit, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I don't give a damn what y'all think. Shit, Simone Biles, shoot. Simone Biles is drop dead freaking gorgeous. Shoot, she got the body of a little goddess. Shit, I bet you Simone Biles coochie look and tastes like strawberry cream filled Oreo cookies. You know the strawberry cream Oreo cookies? They chocolate on the outside and they got the pink filling on the inside. Yeah. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon for $30. They're my favorite cookies. Yeah. Yo, this is no way to disrespect any black women or anything, This is just me telling y'all how I feel and my experiences with these chicks. You know what I mean? Yeah, this chick looked just like Simone Biles with purple hair. And she was getting SSI, so she paid her rent on time. I don't know what was wrong with her. I don't know if she had any physical disability. Well, she didn't have any physical disabilities from what I saw. But who knows? She probably had some mental issues. You never know nowadays. But yeah, she moved in. She had a 5-year-old daughter, and when she first moved in, all she was talking about was she was very superficial. All she talked about was the clothes she buy for her and her daughter. She buy Fendi, Louis Vuitton. She don't wear nothing less than Nike, and she might wear Timberlands, and she buy her baby fat and all this expensive. She was obsessed with buying expensive clothes. You know what I mean? And that's all she ever talked about. And she did dress nice, and she had some nice furniture in her apartment or whatever. And she had a boyfriend that would come by and bring a bunch of dudes with him. I'm like, dang, ain't no way in the world if I had a girl that fine, I wouldn't bring a bunch of dudes over her house just to chill, drink, and smoke. Ain't no way. No way. It'll just be me and her. You don't bring a bunch of dudes around your pretty girl. That's advice for all you young fellas out there. So yeah, she seemed like she was all right in the beginning. And after a while she got settled in, she asked me about a laundromat. I said, yeah, it's a laundromat about a half a mile down the road. And she was like, a half a mile? I was like, yeah. I was like, you could walk. She was like, I don't want to walk way down there with a bunch of clothes and I got my daughter. But I'm like, that's on you. I was like, in the basement, you do have laundry, you do have washer and dryer hookups. Now, our basement, like I said, it's a half house. So our basement is divided. It's like a brick divider. You know what I mean? So we can't see what's going on each other's side of the basement. But all the way to the front of the basement, there's like a crawl space that's about 2 feet wide at the most, and about this wide in width. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's about this wide, this long, and this wide. You know what I mean? And it was like patched up with some wood that'll fit over it. It almost looked like a drawer. It almost looked like a drawer. You could pull it out. I guess when they built the house, the oil heat pipes used to run through that because it used to be a whole house, but they divvied it up over the years. And so that little space was for like the oil heating pipes or whatever. So there's no way nobody could there's no way a person my size, a regular person couldn't get through there. Maybe a kid, but they would really have to get in there. You know what I mean? So So I was telling her, I was like, yeah, the basement is divided. You can get your own washer and dryer, no problem. She was like, oh yeah, I got money. She was like, yeah. She was like, plus, I'm a bartender at such and such club, and she was like, on a good night, I could bring home $2,000. She was like, how much you paid for your washer and dryer? I said, oh well, mine's cost about for the whole set. I was like, it was about $1,500. She was like, oh that ain't nothing. I was like, oh okay, so I ain't think nothing of it, And shortly after that, one day I came home from work. She was sitting on the porch, and she had these scrapes on her arms. Like she was messed up. I was like, yo, what happened? I said, you play sports? She was like, well, I used to cheerlead. She said, I did a little bit of gymnastics. And I was like, yeah, you kind of look like Simone Biles. I said, has anybody ever told you that? She was like, yeah, I get that all the time. And it was an Olympic year too. This was in 2021. Remember they had to push the Olympics to 2021 because of COVID? And she really looked like Simone Biles because Simone Biles is everywhere. She was kicking everybody's ass in the Olympics, and she was like, the girl said, yeah, I get that every now and then. She was like, you really think so? I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, yeah. She was like, do you have any? She was like, do you have a first aid kit? I was like, a first aid kit? I was like, I ain't no damn lifeguard. I was like, I said, what happened to your elbow? She was like, oh, chasing after my daughter. She was like, I ran and I fell. I said, damn, where the hell you fall at? In the driveway? It looked like she fell on some concrete. She was like, no, I fell in the living room. I was like, on the carpet? Because there's carpet in there. She was like, yeah, these are rug burns. So I said, okay. And then I said, I got some peroxide because I used to keep peroxide handy during COVID. I used to gargle with the shit. Don't judge me. But yeah, I used to gargle with it, and I would even pour some on my hands and do like that or whatever, wipe down countertops. Don't judge me. I said, I got some peroxide. Do you want some peroxide? She was like, yeah. So gave her the peroxide. I said, I'll be out to get it. I said, go ahead, use it, leave it on the porch. Leave it on the porch ledge. She was like, okay. So about 10 minutes later, went outside to get the peroxide. Now keep this in mind, y'all. She left the damn peroxide on the ledge of the porch with the top off. She had the peroxide bottle on the porch and the top off right next to it. I was like, damn, this bitch ain't even have the common sense to put the fucking top back on. I hate it when people don't put the top back on right. And I also hate when people don't put stuff back the way they found it. I don't like that shit. Especially if I'm looking out for you and you don't give the shit back to me the way I gave it to you. That shit really pisses me off. She left the fucking top off of it. It just irked my nerves. So just file that in the back of y'all mind for later on. So the next day I saw her, she had on like a tank top, and I noticed she had scratches on her shoulder, like deep cuts. And then I was like, what happened? You fell again? She was like, oh no, I got eczema. I've been scratching and scratching. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So that night I had to work overnights. I had to work the overnight shift, and I came home 6 a.m. I pull up in the driveway, and I noticed my basement lights were on. I never leave the basement lights on. The basement front lights was on. I got 2 basement lights in the front that you pull down, and like the string is like way up, so your arms gotta be long enough to pull the shit down. So I'm like, damn, who the fuck left my basement lights on? So, and it wasn't nobody but me and my girl. My son had moved out at this time. He moved down south. So I asked my girl, I said, yo, you been in the basement? She was like, nah, why? I was like, oh, because the lights were on. She was like, didn't you turn them on when you went down there the other day? I was like, nah. I said, I turned the laundry room basement light on. We could turn that on from upstairs. We could turn it on and off from upstairs. And I was like, that light wasn't on. I said the 2 in the front. My girl was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. So I went down there and investigated. I didn't see nothing wrong or anything. And, I ain't paid no mind. But it was really weird. Ain't nothing back there but Christmas tree ornaments and a couple boxes and shit. So a couple days later, my girl did laundry. And she was like, when you get off work, could you put my clothes in the dryer? So I said, okay, I'll do that. Because I go through the side door anyway. Went through the side door, went down in the basement when I got off work. I opened up the dryer and I noticed her clothes wasn't like spent around. You know what I'm talking about? Like, like when you do laundry, you open up the lid and the clothes be kind of like stuck to the inside wall of the laundry basket, like, you know, when the spin cycle go on, they get stuck. They wasn't stuck like that. They were just, it looked like somebody just threw them in there. And so I called my girl on the cell phone. I was like, yo, did you wash these clothes? She was like, yeah. I said, okay, well, they smell clean. I said, I'll just put them in the dryer. I said, you can get them in the morning. I'm tired. So the next morning, my girl got up yelling and screaming. I was like, what happened? She was like, I can't find my bonnets. I was like, what? You know, my girl wear bonnets. She do her hair. She wear bonnets around the house, not outside, but, you know, she had like 3 or 4 of them that she washed. She was like, all my bonnets are gone. And she was just going off. It was like 7 o'clock in the damn morning. She was going off. I'm trying to sleep or whatever. And she was just going off. And then I was like, you sure you washed them? She was like, yeah, you sure you put them in the dryer? I was like, yeah, I told you it looked like your clothes were thrown in the washing machine before I put them in the dryer. I said, what the fuck I'm going to do with some bonnets? I said, I put everything in the dryer that was in the washing machine. She was like, well, I think that bitch next door that you always talking to, telling her she looked like Simone Biles, she was like, I think she been in our basement. I said, I don't think so. Ain't no way. I said, how's she going to get in our basement? She was like, she probably got through in that little crawl space. I said, nah, that shit is too small. And she was like, she probably had her daughter do it. She was like, didn't you say you saw the lights on? I was like, yeah, but her daughter ain't tall enough to pull those light strings down. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's like a metal chain, a little metal chain above the light bulb that you pull down. And shit, I was like, her daughter ain't tall enough. I said, and she ain't tall enough to reach the washing machine. It don't make no sense. And so my girl just kept going off. She was like, if I find out that bitch stole my bonnets, I'm gonna kill her. And when she said that, she meant it. Yeah, my girl got a bad temper. She will try to kill somebody. She tried to kill me. And my son. But we love her to death. She got a bad temper. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, so I filed it in the back of my mind. So one day, about a month later, you know, I didn't really see the Simone Biles chick like that. So a month later, I go down in the basement to wash my clothes, and the damn top was off my laundry detergent. Like, it was sitting there with the top off right next to it. I was like, who the fuck did this? I was pissed. Now, remember I told you what she did with my peroxide. So I looked in the back of the basement, and it was a little kid's sock right by that crawl space. So I said, okay, all right, I got it. I said, she been in here. I said, that explains those marks on her elbows and on her fucking shoulder. But I'm thinking like, damn, this chick must have damn near committed suicide trying to get in and out. And I didn't tell my girl this until later because I just knew my girl would have went over there and tried to kill the chick. So I kept it to myself for a while. I was like, okay, yeah, this chick been in here. She been in here. I was like, damn, she must have been doing it when I left because I was working overnight. You know, she probably heard my car leave, you know, out the driveway, and she probably figured, oh yeah, it's the perfect time because my girl, she don't really go in that basement. My girl's scared of that basement. So I'm like, okay. So the next morning when I got off work, I had went to Walmart or whatever and got some more dish detergent. I got more laundry detergent because she used it all. It was only like this much in that bottle she used. So I went and got some more. And when I pulled up in the driveway, guess who came out all smiling and happy-go-lucky? Yeah, it was the Simone Biles chick. And she looked, as soon as I got out the car, she looked right at the detergent that I had in my hand. She looked right at it. And she was like, hey, good morning, how you doing? I wanted to cuss her out right then and there, but I said I ain't gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my girl to hear this shit. My girl come down there and try to kill her, and then we all go to jail, and I don't want that. So, you know, I just went along with it. I said, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right, you know. And I noticed it was a pattern. It seemed like every Friday night when I left, I come home Saturday morning and I'll see the lights on in the basement or, you know, my washing machine tampered with or whatever. And then it takes you back to the beginning where she said she had enough money to buy her own washer and dryer and all this shit, but apparently she didn't. She was too busy buying expensive clothes for her and her daughter. You know what I mean? She was very superficial, living a superficial lifestyle, like I said earlier. So, you know, I took the detergent in the basement and I said, I'm finna fix this bitch. So what I did was I poured a little bit of the detergent in the bottle that she had already used, and I filled it up like this much. Then I took some bleach. I filled it up with bleach. And I took all the light bulbs out of the basement. So that next Friday, I went to work, and I came home that Saturday morning, and I went down in the basement, and all the bleach mixed detergent was gone. And my washing machine lid was open, and the dryer door was slightly open. So I looked back in that crawl space, it was intact. So I'm like, okay, this chick used some bleach mixed with detergent, possibly bleaching all her expensive clothes. So I kept this to myself for a while. And so when I saw the chick a couple days later, she was sitting on the porch when I pulled up in the driveway with a mean face. Usually she's happy-go-lucky, right? She had this mean scowl on her face. And then she got up and went in the house. She didn't speak to me for a while. She couldn't look me dead in the eye for a long time. I mean, this went on for like 3 months. I never said nothing to her about it. And she never looked me in the eye. She never made eye contact with me until the day she moved. And so the day she moved, she thought that I forgot about it because months had passed. The day she was moving, her and her dumbass boyfriend asked me if I could be of some assistance. I said, assistance in what? Helping them move. I said, hell no. I said, I don't like touching people's stuff. Let alone helping other people move. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Just because I'm a big dude don't mean I got time and energy to be helping some other dumb motherfucker. And I said, yo, dude, where your friends at? I said, usually you come over here deep with your friends. He was like, oh, they ain't nowhere to be found. I was like, damn, they easy to find when they want to drink and smoke with him and stare at his girl walk throughout the house. But when it come time in need to help him move, his dumbass friends ain't nowhere to be found. I was like, damn, some friends. He was like, well, you know, they got lives of their own too. I was like, yeah, until they want to get high and drink with you. Didn't see you later, alligator. After a while, crack it down. Yeah, some friends, some amigos, amigo. So they ain't had no money to rent. I guess they was being too cheap to rent a U-Haul, so they rented this flatbed truck, and they put he had her helping him lift a big ass couch, and she real short. She was down to the ground, and he was kind of tall, and she was lifting in the heavy end. He made her handle the heavy end of the couch. They was banging all up my walls on the porch and shit, trying to get it out. I'm just standing in the doorway smoking a cigar, looking at they dumb ass. And it took them all day to put all the furniture on that truck. Like I said, it was a flatbed truck. They just threw furniture any kind of way. They ain't stack it up neatly or nothing. It looked like a pile of Legos on the back of the truck. It looked like a pile of giant Legos on the back of their truck. It was just, I'm like, damn, as soon as he pull off, the couch gonna fall off, the TV gonna fall off, and everything. So when he got done, he was like, yo, can I leave the truck parked in the driveway? I said, go ahead, I don't care. He was like, yo, you got any covers? I said, what? He was like, yo, you ain't got no car cover I can use to cover up the furniture? I said, hell no, man. I said, what the fuck? And then, so they dumbasses used some sheets to cover it up. And so I was like, these some stupid motherfuckers. I took pictures of it with my cell phone, and I sent it to my girl. She was dying laughing. So then the next morning, it started pouring down raining. It rained on everything. The TVs, the sofa, everything. This shit was funny. So the next morning, the Simone Biles looking bitch was crying. She was like, oh, my stuff. Oh, what am I do? Oh, all my daughter's stuff. I said, these some stupid ass motherfuckers. Dumb, ignorant, stupid motherfuckers. The shit was hilarious. So then, they eventually moved out. And some months later, I was driving home, and I saw her and her daughter standing at the bus stop. It was cold as hell. And I said, where y'all going? And because her daughter noticed me. Her daughter liked my car. Her daughter noticed me. She was pointing, so I did a U-turn. I said, yo, where y'all going? You know, she was standing out there with her daughter. If it was her by herself, I would have kept going. I said, y'all going? She said, I'm taking my daughter to school. She's like, I got to catch the bus to take her to school because I couldn't get the school bus rerouted to my new address. So the school she went to was like literally like maybe like a minute drive from the house, 10-minute walk from the house, a 1-minute drive. So I said, I'm going home anyway. So I dropped her off at the school, And she said she was going to walk to her mother's house. Her mother lived in the neighborhood too. So I said, okay. Then 3 years later, which was 3 months ago, in January, around New Year's, me and my homeboys went to this strip club, and guess who was in there stripping? You guessed it. It was a Simone Biles looking chick. And she was looking gooder than ever. And when she saw me, she ran, hugged me, and sat in my lap. And so I was like, oh, okay. All right. She was like, you still live there? I was like, yeah. I was like, I still live there. She was like, yeah, we had to move. I was like, yeah, I know. I said, I gave you a ride to the school. Remember? She was like, yeah. Oh, she was like, you saved the day. She was like, I'm going to give you all the lap dances in the world tonight. I was like, okay, bet. So she was giving me a lap dance, and she was very athletic. She was doing all kind of flips. And she had on like this string bikini, and I was able to see her coochie, and it looked just like them Oreo cookies I was telling y'all about. Just like them. I ain't touch her, but I got a good glimpse. I told y'all, being a landlord, it's a fucked up job. But somebody got to do it. It comes with a lot of fringe benefits. Yo, I be reading y'all comments. Y'all be having me cracking up, man. Some of y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. Y'all should be comedians. Man, I be having to delete some of them comments, man, because y'all just be having me rolling, man. Yeah, y'all be having me rolling, man. My girl be downstairs. She come downstairs and be like, what the hell are you laughing at? I'm like, baby, I'm reading these comments. I'll screenshot y'all comments before I delete them, because y'all gonna have YouTube sweating bullets. Yo, peace, y'all. I love y'all, man. Word, I love y'all niggas. Peace, y'all. Like, share, subscribe.